Hello and welcome back to Foundation, Fabs or Flushes. Thank you, Andrea, for coming up with this name. Thank you so much to everyone that has suggested names for these series. Today is another installment, and today I will be testing the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. If you would like to know how Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear covers acne and how long it wears on an oily skin, just keep on watching. I'm of course going to read a little bit about it before I put it on. Our best-selling foundation, Teint Idole Ultra Wear, is now available in 45 shades, making it easier than ever to find your perfect shade match. This liquid foundation is long-lasting and provides full coverage without feeling cakey, leaving skin feeling comfortable all day. With great staying power, our 24-hour foundation allows you to go out and be your best without needing to retouch on the go. Teint Idole Ultra Wear is transfer free, smudge free, giving you confidence to carry on your day and maximize your power. What makes the difference? Eternal soft polymer allows increased comfort level with ultra long wear. NAI pigments, specially coated pigments, maintain constant pH level with skin so color stays true all day. Very interesting. Perlite and silica, two of the most effective oil absorbing ingredients. This actually does have shade finder and I'm interested to see what it'll suggest. I of course already have my sample. I was shade matched at the counter, but let's see. How do I start now? Oh, I don't like that. It's not a quiz, you just have to flick through images. I reckon I'd be, and there's not even an order, beige neutral. Yeah, it doesn't actually give you a shade description. No, I don't like this. Not very helpful. So the shade finder is not very useful. It has pictures of people and no description of the actual what's going on. I don't know the undertone of it. It just tells you about the person that's in the picture. Kind of pointless in my opinion. Like I said, I got shade matched at the counter and the shade that I am apparently is beige Daphne. It is very fair, I think, because it's 03. It makes me think that it's very fair. And to be completely honest, if this is full coverage, this is quite a big tube. Again, I highly recommend getting samples at the counters. The people at the counters will help you. They will shade match you if you want. If they do have them, they will give you one. I always like to read the box just in case there is anything else. 24-hour wear, comfort, retouch free, SPF 15. Interesting. We're gonna get started, and even though it does suggest to use a brush, I will, as always, use a sponge and then a brush just to see maybe I like the coverage better with the sponge. I'm going to shake my tube just in case it sat. Oh, it has a fragrance. Quite pleasant, but it's very strong. The hole is not very big and I can smell it. Okay, I thought this was full. I'm gonna squeeze out a pea size. It's fairly thick, means it's going to be full coverage. 9 out of 10, they usually are. It has a very similar scent to the Huda Beauty Resting Boss Face scent. It's like a floral but sweet. So I took about half of my foundation and I'm going to dab. I mean, hello. What's going on? Wait. What? I'm so confused. The shade could have been a little bit lighter, which worries me because even though it's 45 shades, I have the number 3 and it's already pretty dark, so it only makes me think that the 2 shades prior to the one that I have aren't actually that fair. Like if you're very fair, you might struggle. Okay, so here it is. This is one side of my face, with one layer of the foundation in comparison to my bare face. This is not full coverage. And to be honest, this isn't even close to full coverage. I will be layering it later on. Maybe it's the fact it's the sponge and it soaks up the product too much. Let's try the brush. It does have a little bit more coverage, but I don't like the finish. It doesn't bounce the foundation in as well. It doesn't make it kind of part of the skin. And I already used the other pump, so I feel like I am using a lot. I'm using like a standard amount, but with how it described it to be, like full coverage and such a good wear and stuff, I expected it to have more like pigment. This is the other side of my face with one layer of the foundation in comparison to my bare face. I will definitely layer it, but for now it's more of a medium. I kind of like the finish, but the coverage is not there. It's definitely not as good and amazing as they promised. One more pump, and to be honest, because I use so much, I'll probably have maybe one more application in here. I'm kind of glad the camera cut off because I'm already kind of disappointed with how this foundation's looking. In comparison to like Juvia's Place, even L'Oreal Fresh Wear, even Maybelline Full Coverage 24 Hour, this has medium coverage. I put 2 layers on and it still hasn't covered enough for me to be able to comfortably say, yes, this is full coverage. This might be full coverage for some people, however, I have very pigmented acne and it simply didn't cover my spots. The foundations that I have mentioned, after 2 layers, will certainly cover the pigmentation. Overall, I don't mind. I really like the finish. Don't mind the fragrance. I can still kind of smell it, so if you're very sensitive to scents, you might get annoyed by it. But let's carry on. I'm going to bronze with my Revolution Matte Base Concealer in 13.5. I like to do this because I like to check if different formulas work with the foundations. I liked it. It blended in really nicely. It didn't go patchy anywhere, and it's nice. However, I do feel very brown. The shade match. For my concealer, I will be using Catrice Liquid Camouflage. You can see how light it is. This concealer matches me almost perfectly. Again, the concealer blended in really nicely. I will set my face, my under eyes and my forehead with the Fenty Beauty setting powder in Butter. I do have to admit, it powders really nicely. I will do the rest of my makeup off camera and I will see you in 2 hours. It is currently 10:05. I'll see you in 2 hours. Okay. It is 12, therefore I've had this foundation on for 2 hours. Honestly, you guys, I like the finish still, but why do I feel like it's still oxidized? This is definitely not my shade. Even look how pale I am. And this just, I don't know, it just kind of looks dry. It did sort of settle into my lines, settled into this small line. That's actually my smile lines, this one right here. The finish has maintained itself. I don't look oily, not yet anyway, but I don't look great, and for that price, for $33.50, I don't want to look like this. I'm being very critical. Up to like a £10 mark, you can cut some slack when it comes to foundation. $33.50, I want to be critical for you guys. I want to point out those imperfections because it doesn't have as much coverage as it claims to, It did settle into my lines. The shade match was somewhat my fault or the lady's fault at the counter, but it just, for now, I don't like it as much as I thought I would. I genuinely thought I probably will love it and buy a whole bottle, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. I'll keep going because I reckon this will be nice and long lasting. I'll see you in 2 more hours. Hour number 4, and I look rough. I look so unbelievably orange. Like, I feel like I'm getting more orange by the hour. Look at the difference between my skin color and my face. Like, even around my brows you can tell what my skin color is. Foundation is holding up. I do have to admit, I don't feel like I've lost any more coverage. I don't feel too oily. I am quite shiny in the center of my face, but this orangeness bugs me big time. And some of the foundation did come off my forehead. Again, for that price, I am not impressed. I will do a wear test just in case someone wants to buy this anyway and wants to find out how long it wears throughout the day on an oily skin. I will blot. I do feel a little bit shiny. Obviously, there is some transfer. It looks matte again, but I'm not impressed. Hour number 6. I still hate this, but I will give you a check-in just for you to see that the foundation is still somewhat on. Doesn't look good. I don't like it. I'm getting annoyed by it, and I'm slowly losing coverage in the front of my face. I usually use coverage here, and you can see it is rubbing off. However, it's slowly like creeping up my face. I'm not gonna blot. I don't look bad when it comes to like oiliness. I kind of want to leave it here. So I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Hour number 8, you guys, and it is definitely my final hour. I look an absolute mess. I was sneezing and blowing my nose. The foundation is coming off. I don't like it. I do not recommend it. However, if you want to try this foundation out for yourself, please do. Do the same thing as I did. Get a sample at the counter. They will try and help you and match you and whatever. And if they've got it in stock, they will give it to you. Maybe it's just my face. Hold on, better lighting this way, maybe. I'm just gonna finish it there. I feel like just, I look a mess. I hope you have enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best. I hope to see you next time.